Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about my recommendations and my wish list for the Sephora VIB appreciation sale. Now, I'm not quite sure if this is completely replacing the Sephora VIB sale in the fall, because typically, you know, we just had that one in the spring, like 4 months ago, and then we get the one in fall. So I'm not sure if we're just like going 3 times this year. But either way, I will have all the dates and the coupon codes listed down below for the sale. If you are VIB Rouge, the sale starts today. You get 20% off. If you are a VIB Beauty, or I guess VIB, then you get 15% off. That sale starts on the 30th. And then for everybody else, Beauty Insider, you do get 10% off. So this is always the best time to either restock on your favorites, products that you know that you have been lusting for quite a while. For instance, perfume, skincare, any of those like higher ticketed items, just because Sephora really doesn't do sales. So if you can get 10, 15, 20% off, this is definitely the time to stock up. So I thought I would go through and do my recommendations first, and then towards the end, I will share with you guys some of the products that I myself have added on to my wish list. I have done several of these videos in the last couple of years, so I will link those down below as well. So I thought I would go ahead and start off with skincare and perfume first. I really only have a couple, and then we will go into the pile of makeup that I have sitting here. So I do have 2 perfumes here. Now, they're not new launches by any means. In fact, we'll go ahead and start off with this one first, because this is a perfume that I have worn for definitely over 8 years, maybe 10 to 12 years. But this is the Viktor and Rolf Flower Bomb. This is definitely a well-known fragrance now. I swear back in the day, nobody wore this, and now everybody does. I think it's pretty much always living on Sephora's bestsellers page. It's for a reason. It is just such a like sexy, sultry, it just reminds me of fall, winter, or just sexy evenings out. It's such a beautiful scent. I love it so much. Just in case if you are curious, they put it in the fragrance family of warm and spicy. Definitely agree with that. The keynotes are jasmine, orange blossom, and patchouli. It is such a beautiful fragrance. I've never met anyone who like has smelled Flower Bomb and been like, ew, that does not smell good. I think that's a scent that really does work with so many different types of, I guess, body chemistry, pH. I know another really popular scent is Alien. I remember smelling that on so many other people and being like, oh my gosh, you smell amazing. I spritzed that on myself, and I smelled like someone who had been living like in a mothball infested closet for like 3 years and then just like awoke from a deep slumber. It did not work with my body whatsoever, but Flower Bomb never does me dirty. This is another very like warm, spicy, smoky, like not smoky. I would definitely say like more warm and sexy scent. I just really like that. I either go for warm and sexy or really like fresh and bright, like Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. That's a fragrance that I absolutely adore in the spring and summer. This is YSL Black Opium. This is definitely more of a pricier fragrance. The 1.6 fluid ounce is $94. This one is the 3 fluid ounce. This one retails for $124 at Sephora. The notes in this one are black coffee, white flowers, and vanilla. I definitely smell the vanilla in this. It is just such a beautiful scent. Okay, now moving on to skincare, I have 3 products here. First up is the eye cream that I've been using for, I guess, since January this year. I've used this every day. Oh no, there's like an eyelash or something in it. Ugh, I'll get that later. Every day since then. This is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Cream. Now, one thing I will say, I have not noticed any really smoothing, but I have very intense under eye lines, specifically on this eye here, just because if I get an itch, I go in and I rub that puppy like there's no tomorrow. It claims to smooth, brighten, and depuff. I can't really say much for the smoothing, but the brightening and depuffing definitely. The main reason I really love this eye cream is that I feel like it's very, very rich and hydrating, but it doesn't give me like the milia on my under eyes. I have very, very dry under eyes, so I always like to go in with a heavier eye cream, but I've definitely experienced like with some heavy eye creams, I don't know if just the oil in the product or what, but I will get those tiny little like milia bumps under my eyes that are such a pain to go away. I know sometimes some people get them to where you have to go to the dermatologist and get them like cut and removed. I'm not even gonna lie, I've like dissected one by myself before. That's a DIY I would not recommend. Next up, I actually dedicated an entire Instagram post to this sunscreen. Living here in Texas, I definitely like marinate in sunscreen. No matter where you live though, you should always be applying your sunscreen. This one is only SPF 40, but I love this for my face sunscreen, or even on days if we're just like going out around town and I'm not really wearing that much makeup. This almost feels like a primer. It has that silicone type of feel, but it doesn't feel greasy or heavy on the skin at all. It almost dries down to like a demi matte finish, so it like not only blurs away any pores, but like if I have some shine on my forehead that I'm just not really feeling, this kind of just gets rid of it. Plus my son Landon loves this sunscreen because everything burns his eyes. You know, some kids, like if you go in with like a white sunscreen, they're like, make sure you rub it all in, I don't want you to be able to see sunscreen. But then like you accidentally touch their eye and then you think that you like burned them or something. Landon gets so offended if I get sunscreen in his eye. Obviously, I'm not doing it intentionally. But I really like this one because Landon, my 8-year-old, is a sweaty monster. He can be playing outside for 3 minutes and I swear you could like water a garden with the amount of like perspiration he has. It's ridiculous. So I really like this because it is water and sweat resistant. It's an easy product to just like go in and even reapply myself without being in front of a mirror or a car window. Since it is clear, it just rubs right in. So I've been loving it. This is actually either my second or third bottle. The very final product for skincare, this is another kind of splurgy type of item. I have tried so many sheet masks in my day. I typically always stick to like Korean hydrogel masks just because they have so much serum in them. They just are amazing. They hydrate the face. But this is one that I came across earlier this year. Lancome had actually sent 4 of them over. I finished them and then I actually just purchased this one the other day and then Sephora sprung up this sale on us. So I'm like, really? Of course. This is the Advanced Genifique Hydrogel Melting Mask, Instant Youthful Radiant Mask infused with serum. So one of these retails for $15, or if you buy 4, then you can save $5. I've tried so many different face masks and you know, you read these claims and I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. Like I'm gonna get hydration, but you're not gonna wake up with like glowy skin the next day. This one, you really do. The very first night that I wore it, like I loved the way it felt. I left it on for probably like 30 minutes. It was just so soaked with product in here. In fact, I think online I read, is it on here? Like Advanced Genifique Serum, this mask contains, is it 𝗟𝗡𝗧'𝗦 extract? The same amount as a full 30 milliliter bottle is in this mask. And since it is $15, I mean, you go in there and you scoop out every bit of serum you can get out of this packet, rub it down your neck, put it on your boobs. I don't care, do what you need to do, but it is such a good mask. So if you're looking for a skincare product to splurge on, I would highly recommend that one. It has not let me down. Okay, now moving on to makeup. I have so many lip products, but I like all of these, so I feel like it's important that I share all of them. Okay, I'm gonna start off with face products first. This one I'm just going to briefly mention just because I'm pretty sure that I've mentioned CC Cream on my Sephora VIB wish list last year, or I'm sorry, recommendations last year. It's because it's a product I absolutely adore. It wears beautifully, whether you live somewhere dry, humid. It is just such a gorgeous product. It has SPF 50. There are 3 different formulas available now. There's the original CC Plus, the Illumination, and then recently It Cosmetics launched the CC Plus Matte. If you guys are interested in seeing a demo video on that one, just let me know down below. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say because I know I've talked about that one so many times. A newer foundation, oh, I didn't bring the cap, darn it. This is actually the foundation I'm wearing today. This is the Ysl Touche Clot All-in-One Glow. This has SPF 23. It's described as a fresh, dewy makeup, natural medium coverage, long-lasting hydration, oil-free. I definitely agree with all of those claims. It is a very comfortable formula. Like when you pump it out, it comes out liquidier than what I imagined, but the way it rubs in, it almost has this interesting like whipped gel type of feel, but it just blends right into the skin. It doesn't feel heavy. I don't mean whipped in the way that like the Tarte, is it the 𝗟𝗡𝗧'𝗦 or Amazonian clay foundation? Not that sort of whipped. It's just, it's something you have to feel for yourself. But I will say, if you've tried this before and it was with a brush or a sponge and you were like, meh, this is a foundation that I feel like the only way I like to apply it is with my fingers. It just blends in beautifully. With a sponge, the sponge seems to like pick up too much of the product and the brush seems to kind of like move it around rather than blending it in. If you just take a small pump into your fingers, rub your fingers together and press it into your skin, it blends in beautifully. I love it. I'm currently wearing the shade BR30. So yeah, if you're looking for a new foundation, I would recommend this one. I have been loving it. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Concealer. I have mentioned this concealer probably in 2 or 3 favorites videos. I honestly feel like this poor little guy gets discriminated because he is a stick concealer. Many of us with like drier under eyes, if you see a stick concealer, you're just like, meh, not even gonna bother, just because Typically a stick concealer or stick foundation, those tend to be like a drier type of formula. This guy is so freaking hydrating. It's actually the concealer that I'm wearing today. Oh, that's all I have left, so I will definitely have to be repurchasing this. I absolutely love this concealer. It glides right on. It blends beautifully whether you're oily or you're dry. It gives great coverage without feeling like anything is actually on your skin. I know a lot of us like associate Bare Minerals with just like the powder products, but if you haven't tried this concealer yet, it is so good. I would highly recommend checking it out. Sephora does have a great return policy, so for whatever reason you hated it, you could always return it. But I promise, I really think a lot of y'all would love it. Okay, I have two eye products here and I'm actually wearing both of them today. This one I have just started using recently, but it is so good. I know a lot of y'all are huge fans of like warm, smoky eyes. If you are looking for like the perfect color to smoke out your lower lash line, it's the one that I'm wearing today. It's one of the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencils. I have mine in the shade Torch. It is just this beautiful kind of like burnt sienna color. So if you love doing those kind of like fall copper or like sienna, orangey, chestnut, smoky eyes, and you're looking for a great shade just to like run into your lower rim and just smoke out with some like coordinating shadow, this one is perfect. I'm sure many of y'all are familiar with the 24/7 Glide On formula. It just lasts all day. Even if you have watery eyes, I don't have issues of it like shifting anywhere. I applied this, when was this? It's 1:59. It's been about what, like 4 or 5 hours. I have like more watery eyes too, and I haven't had any issues of it like melting all down my face. And then the other eyeshadow that I have here, this is the Nars eyeshadow single in the shade Lunar. This is in their newer packaging where you can just like pop it right out and add it into a magnetic palette. This shade is just absolutely stunning. It is a beautiful glittery kind of like galaxy sort of inspired like pastel lavender multi-dimensional goodness. I feel like swatched, it doesn't look like much, but all I did right here, I just went in with a glitter glue and I pressed the shadow on with my finger. So there's no base under that like an actual color base, just a glitter glue, and that's what it looks like. It is so pretty. I love this shadow so much. There's another look at it. So as you can see, it's just a really pretty light lavender base with just a ton of glitter. When the light hits it just right, you can just see all the sparkle in it. It doesn't feel like crunchy or crispy. Anytime I like recommend a glitter shadow to y'all, I always like to tell you, some glitter shadows, you know, it feels like somebody crunched up Rice Krispies and just like jammed it on your lids to where you open your lids, it's almost painful. Like you can feel the bits of glitter. Can't feel the glitter in this formula at all. It's so pretty. Nars really does amazing with eyeshadows. I love them. Okay, now moving on to my lip products. I'm gonna go over these really quickly just because I feel like there's too many in here. First up, the Lancome, is it 𝗟𝗘𝗧'𝗦 Lacquers? This one in the shade 274, I have been wearing like crazy. I believe this one may be True Beige. It's just a very nice glossy formula that doesn't stay sticky on your lips while still maintaining this like high shine. Key to this formula though is to apply it on your lips, kind of leave your lips open for about like 15 to 20 seconds, let that layer dry, and then go in with your second layer. If you try to glob it right on top, then it's like it doesn't last as long and it kind of shifts everywhere. But if you go in with a lip liner and line and fill your lips and then apply that, it's like the longest lasting lip combination that is like a glossy formula. Now for the lip combination that I'm wearing today, I'm wearing one of the new Huda Beauty Demi Mattes. This one is in the shade Day Slayer. This one and then CEO, that one's actually in my purse right now, is a beautiful kind of like mauve nude shade. I know that's pretty much the color that I always wear. I do have a gloss on top. Just as the name says, this is a demi matte formula. So you do have a shine for maybe like 30 minutes or so, and then eventually it dries down to a very comfortable matte. It's not one of those mattes where like your lips dry and tighten and it's uncomfortable. You have a slight kind of like plumpy tingle for maybe just like a couple minutes. Nothing as strong as like Buxom though. It's a very nice like natural neutral type of nude. I do love the applicators on these just because it's a type that kind of just like fits right into your lip because it has the curve. So that's a base color. Now my favorite glossy top coat lately has been this one from Laura Mercier. This one is in the shade Cosmic. As you can see, it is just a clear gloss with a ton of micro glitter. Now just like that Nars one, the glitter in here is very comfortable. I don't feel it on my lips. The applicator is dirty just because I've been using this as a topper for pretty much all of my glosses. or lip products, I've just been into glossy lips lately. It's just a super pretty, like, juicy look. So looking for a clear lip gloss that isn't sticky, this one is great. One other gloss, this one is stunning. I love the formula of these so much. More than anything, I love this specific color. This is the Nars Full Vinyl Lip Lacquer in Santo Domingo. I believe this one was in a favorites video already, but if you are a lover of these like mauve-y type of neutral shades, you will love this color. This beautiful kind of like smoky mauve. I do feel like it looks way more pink on camera than what it does in person. It definitely does have that pinky mauve tone to it, but it's still more like in the neutral zone. The formula of this is so comfortable, so opaque. I know, I told y'all so many lip products, but this is it. These are the Elora Mercier Velour Extreme Matte Lipsticks. Just like the Huda Beauty Demi Mattes, these are a very comfortable matte. It almost dries down to like a powder-like finish, but not a powder where it like emphasizes lots of dryness on your lips. Obviously, it's always best to exfoliate your lips before wearing anything matte, but even if your lips are dry, this isn't a formula where I feel like you can see every like nook and cranny. So two of my absolute favorite shades are Fierce and Control. Fierce is the one that I've been wearing the most. So it's just one of these retractable, like kind of crayon lipsticks. There is Fierce. It is so comfortable and silky on your lips. This one here is called Control, and it is just a beautiful red. Now, there are a million different gorgeous reds out on the market, but I feel like when wearing a red lipstick, you want to have one that's super comfortable, one where you're not worrying like, okay, has it migrated to the corner of my lips? Did my hair get stuck in it and like drag all across my face? That's one that it's really hard to like have it move all over. It's just super comfortable and weightless on the lips. Okay, so that took way longer than what I had expected, so I'm just going to quickly go over some of the products that I added onto my wish list. The main reason that I wanted to share this portion of the video with y'all was just in case maybe y'all have tried these and you can give me your recommendations. Let me know if it's worth it or if it's just something that you'd be like, meh, skip. This is a product that I have sampled before at my friend Laura's house, and I absolutely loved it. The scent is a little bit strong, but it dissipates pretty quickly. It's from the brand 𝗟𝗘𝗧. It's their Sunless Tan Anti-Aging Face Serum. So this went on clear, and then the next day I just felt like my face looked very bronzed. The main reason I want to get this is to really use it on my neck as well, because anytime I self-tan, just the way that I always drag all my skincare down to my neck, I feel like my self-tanner always breaks up right here, and it's annoying because then there's like a huge difference. So I thought this would be a great product just to not only keep my face bronzed, but to just even everything out. I'm really needing to self-tan right now. In fact, I feel very pasty 𝗟𝗘𝗧'𝗦. Okay, and then I just had one other product on here, the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. This just looks so pretty. I've heard great things about it. Right now it has 4.5 stars with 350 reviews. So if y'all have happened to try that one and you have skin that's kind of like normal to dry, let me know how it worked for you. But yeah, I'm sure this video is so long. I apologize, but I just wanted to make sure that I was able to include all the info that I wanted to share with y'all. As always, if you guys have any specific like recommendations or just products that you guys are interested in too, leave those down below in the comments. I always like to go down there, be social with y'all. And yeah, that is it for this one. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please take the time to subscribe. I would love to hang out with you more in the future. And I hope you guys have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.